Hello, I'm Ann Braithwaite, and I'm a speech-language pathologist in specialized services. And I've been asked to talk briefly about phonological awareness and its relationship with phonics. It's these two skills that students combine together in order to crack the code of print. So phonological awareness is a skill that typically develops between the ages of 4 to 7 with children. Some children may take longer. And it's really the awareness of speech sounds. And sometimes we call speech sounds phonemes. That's why sometimes phonological awareness is called phonemic awareness, because it's awareness of phonemes, or in simpler language, awareness of speech sounds. So in English, we have a system of 44 different speech sounds. Now, phonics is a separate skill from phonological awareness. And phonics really is a skill about taking the alphabet letters and mapping them onto sounds, so letter-sound correspondence. So in phonics, in English, we have a system of 26 different letters. So that means that we have more speech sounds, we have more phonemes than we have letters to represent them. So what we do in English is we take a letter and we sometimes have it represent 2 or more sounds. So think of the letter A. That represents the sound A as in cap, but it also represents the sound A as in cape. Or you have the speech sound sh, and that's represented by 2 letters combined together, SH. So that's how the system of phonics is laid upon our system of phonemes. The letters represent each individual phoneme. So with phonological awareness, this is a process where children are using the auditory part of their brain, the temporal part of their brain, to analyze speech sounds or to become aware of speech sounds. Whereas phonics, we're using 2 parts of the brain that we're combining together. So in phonics, we're using the visual cortex at the back, but we're still using the auditory cortex at the side to process the speech sounds that match each letter. So if we want to figure out, are we working on phonological awareness or phonics, a question to ask is, can you do it in the dark? Because if you can do it in the dark, then you're working on phonological awareness because you're using your ears to listen and analyze. But if you need your eyes to see it, you're probably working on phonics and phonological awareness at the same time. So both phonological awareness and phonics move towards the same endpoint, but there is a distinction. So with phonological awareness, our endpoint is that words are made up of sounds. And we want students to learn how to isolate each speech sound and manipulate them in words. And the key skill you're really moving them towards is they learn that if we change a sound in a word, we've changed the word. So an example for that might be the word cat. If I was to take away the speech sound t and add the speech sound n, I have changed the word totally and changed the meaning. I've gone from a small furry animal cat to a metal container can. In contrast, in phonics, we're really moving students towards the endpoint about letters. We want them to learn that words are made out of letters and that these letters match those speech sounds. And the key skill is that if we change a letter, we've changed the word. So the parallel example is if the word cat was written in front of me, if I erased the letter T and I wrote the letter N, I would have changed the word totally and the meaning from a small furry animal cat to a metal container can. The key point I think that to take away from this is that phonological awareness actually is the foundation on which phonics rests. And it's those 2 skills combined together that students use to crack the code of reading and writing and lift those letters off the page to make meaning in their heads. But sometimes if students aren't learning their phonics, the challenge actually is in their skills around phonological awareness. So last year, curriculum made up this slide as a concrete way to help teachers really see that we're combining 2 skills together to crack the code of print. We're taking the skill of phonological awareness, or the island of phonological awareness, which is our auditory cortex, our awareness of speech sounds, And we're building a bridge to our island of phonics, which is the two parts of the brain working together, the visual cortex with the auditory cortex, to map the speech sounds onto the letters. And that's a process called orthographic mapping. And I'll let Callie speak in more in detail about that. Thanks.